The guys, specifically, I want to make sure I'm saying it right, Amity and Jai. What do you look to see from these young guys in Summer League?
Well, this is the first taste of professional basketball for a lot of these guys. Some guys have had a couple of years of experience already, so it's a learning process. You want to get them in shape, you want to get them to learn the concepts, the plays, the terminology, and you want to see how competitive they are and how quickly they pick things up.
Now you're able to comment on the trade for Kurt Heinrich and Seraphin. What do you see in them, and how do they help you guys?
Well, I think with Kurt you get a solid veteran player who plays both guard spots. He's played with a point guard who's been the #1 pick before. He's a tough, gritty, hard-nosed competitor. And I think he could fit in well with both John and Gilbert in the backcourt.
Alright, speaking of point guards, so #1 picks, how's John looking to you right now?
John is looking good.
Can you elaborate a little bit?
Well, this is the first practice. They're going through a lot of drills, and he's an outstanding athlete. He's showing speed, quickness. He's picking things up, but it's the first practice. Give me another couple of hours to give you the full scope of it.
Ernie, do you think, in all seriousness, that once the LeBron thing goes down and this madness is kind of calmed down, that the second tier of free agents, you guys are going to be able to make some more moves here?
Well, we'll see. We'll see how everything shakes out for us. Obviously, some of the second-tier guys are starting to get signed in several different positions. So we'll pick our spots. We'll wait. We've said all along that we're going to wait and see what becomes available to us. And if the right player comes along to us, we'll make a move.
You talk about why you felt the need to bring Kurt and just what you hope he provides this team. What led to your interest in him?
Well, we've always liked Kurt, his grittiness, his toughness. He's an outstanding defender. He plays 2 positions. He could play both the guard spots and the point and the shooting guard spots, and he brings experience.
What are your goals and expectations for this team now in Summer League?
Well, we want to see the team grow. We want our young players to learn, and we want them to get a taste of professional basketball and what it's like, and learn the terminology. We want them to see how fast they pick up plays and how they play together and how competitive they are on a nightly basis. We're going to play 5 games in 7 nights, so it's really a first taste for them to play a lot of games in a small period of time.
What do you feel is the needs you need to address most in free agency? I know you don't have a lot of money to spend, but what you plan on addressing?
Well, I think we have most of our positions covered. We have versatile players and that can play multiple positions. So if we can pick up a small forward along the way, that's a position we'll probably look at. And otherwise, if another good player becomes available at a different spot, we'll also look at that. I think we also need another big man to back up.
Can you talk about Seraphin, how you first came across him and your impressions of his game?
Well, Kevin Seraphin, everybody knew of him in the draft. He's a young player. He's playing in France. He's a big, strong, athletic player with very good hands. He's only 20 years old. He's light on his feet. He's a tough competitor. And what we wanted to do this year, we wanted to get a little bit tougher. We wanted to get more physicality into our lineup. We've been predominantly a perimeter-oriented team and a finesse team. And I just felt like we needed some more physicality. And obviously it's going to take him a little bit of time. But we think he has real good upside.
And what's the status of his knee injury and his recovery from that?
He's doing very well in his recovery. He's not going to be playing with us in Summer League, but he should be playing full contact probably sometime in August.
And he's here for sure, right? You guys aren't going to send him back to France to...
No, we plan on having him with us. There's certain things that have to be worked out as far as buyouts and things of that nature, but we expect to have him with us, yes.
How's JaVale doing, and what are you hoping to see out of him from another year Summer League?
JaVale's made good strides. He's worked very hard in the off-season. Actually, he's grown a little bit. He's over 7 feet tall now without shoes on. He's almost 7'1.5" with shoes, and he's put on some good muscle, and he's worked extremely hard. So we want to see continued development. I think he got better at the end of last season, and hopefully he continues on that pace.
What are your thoughts on some of the moves that may go down in Miami, him adding Bosh to Wade, and just what that does for the Southeast Division, how competitive that'll be down the road?
Well, obviously you get really they had Dwayne Wade, I believe, last year, so they added Bosh to the team, and we'll see if they add anybody else. But that's the nature of this business. You know, when you have free agency, guys move around, and you have to deal with them. We're in a different position right now. I think some of these teams are going for the championship this year, and we've said all along that we're building. And the process for us started in the middle of last year when we made a lot of trades and we got some young players, and that's the course we're taking right now. We're building through the draft, and we're going to continue to try to develop our players so we can become perennial playoff contenders and hopefully someday compete for a championship.